Okay,
Welcome to
okay,
part 300 of our YouTube Let's Play.
I'd like to make a correction that it was not a werewolf man baby. That in fact it was a you know what, that sounds cool, a werewolf man baby, but
Are you conflicted about your, like...
okay, for coolness, it was like a giant man frog creature with hair on it.
Wait.
With huge muscular like legs, because
So-
it looked like a frog.
So wait, are we changing creatures completely?
Yeah,
now?
it's a different creature.
It's the frog
I
king.
misidentified it.
You have like 5 wisdom, so that's understandable though. Upon further recollection, you realize that a werewolf man baby looks nothing like a frog.
I just was in a panic. Okay, my character was
Adrenaline does that to you, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay.
it's understandable.
All right, we're gonna start with you, and I'm gonna DM your part. What are you doing? Your goal in life.
Get out alive.
To get out of here alive.
Are there like bookshelves or something nearby?
No, you're
Like
facing.
what's nearby in the area that I'm up on?
Okay, where did you leave off last? You're next to the weapons cache.
Yeah, it like fell over because I fucked
Okay,
up.
there's cages on the ground and suspended just all around the air, all around the arena to the wall.
And there's what?
Cages full of animals.
Cages. Okay.
And then you're next to the weapons rack,
Mhm.
and there's some loose mortar behind you, like clearly loose wall.
I want to go touch that.
And the door is to the left of it.
Okay.
That goes into.
I'm going to touch.
We need the map.
I'm going to extend my arm and grope at the wall.
Right here. Here's the doorway. Like
Okay.
right here, and then here's a loose mortar.
Okay. I'm going to grope at the wall
Do a dexterity roll.
to touch the mortar. And
Just
like,
decide, like.
I'll discover if I push it or pull it out or something. Like, I want to make it do something. Whatever it's meant to do, I want to figure out how to make it do it.
Okay.
All those moments or times whenever you lose your glasses and you're looking around for them as if you're suspicious of everything.
Correct.
Like,
That's
you,
right.
and
That was a
also
strong
feeling up
17.
everything.
You mean 18?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, well, I mean, you pull out one mortar brick and nothing falls over, and you look inside, but it's too dark to see anything. But it's like a clear room in there.
Am I just looking back into there?
Yeah, but I mean, like it's dark, and you're wondering if it could just be because all the candles are out, or
Wait, it's clear in there?
like no, it's clearly dark.
It's clearly dark.
It's clearly dark.
So,
There's a difference.
so there wasn't anything to it. It's just a loose brick that I was just like, ha ha.
maybe.
Is there something?
I'm gonna put the
that
brick
does-
back in
Okay.
and hope nothing saw me.
Well, roll for dexterity because you could really fuck this up.
Was
Huh.
there something in that little hollow?
It was 11. No, like it just opens to the next room. Like there's
Okay, when
nothing
you're
there.
putting
Peephole.
Yeah, kinda.
when you're putting the brick back in, everything shifts downwards, and you just feel like little bits of dust hit you, and you just go, huh, and turn around, and the king's like right up in your face, growling at you, and then he goes, he touches you gently on the chest, and then pushes you aside.
Can I ask him to not touch me, please?
You can, but he does it anyways and pushes you to the side, stands with his hands behind his back as if he's looking out a window and says, "Oh, Caroline, where have you gone?" And then turns to you and it's like, "Caroline, is that you?"
I don't want this.
And he starts approaching you, like slowly, about to have a hug.
No, fuck me in the ass.
So what do you do?
I'm really getting forced into this, aren't I? Like,
No, I mean, it's really just keep it going. Just keep it going.
Okay,
Just like
I'm going to do something I haven't done. I'm going to try to like counter seduce the king and make him like snap him into like being like, no, there's no way that could be you.
Roll for charisma. Oh,
That's a 19.
That's a 20, dude.
Oh yeah, that's a 20. I'm just gonna be like, you've got me mistaken, bro.
No, you turn around once and then look at him and go, nah, man, I'm not Caroline. And he goes, yes, you're the drow. And he walks away and sits back in the throne, and I'm still there inside the pit.
Did you see that all go down?
No, I'm trying to save Private Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just there kind of like, no one was there to experience that with me. Alright, so,
That was just a little event that kind of like just took place.
there it is.
For the detail of the story.
Caroline?
Caroline, is that you?
Nah, bro. Ain't
No,
me.
man, that's not me.
Oh.
I'm not Caroline.
Oh yeah, you're a drow.
You're a drow.
Just leaves. Alright,
Okay,
in that case...
keep it going.
Alright, in that case, what else is there? Like, are there any chairs or, like, shelves or books?
There's this
or anything?
really immaculate sword next to the king.
Immaculate? What does immaculate mean?
Like,
Like, detailed or, exquisite?
like I mean, like golden hilt with like a giant ruby in the center.
Pimped out.
It's pimped out, dude. It's a king's sword, dude.
Dude.
That's next to the king's chair.
Dude, you know what I should have done?
Dude.
Why didn't you tell me this before? I would have seduced him, got his sword, and then just stabbed him.
I thought you had a different plan.
Like, I did, but I mean,
Plus,
like,
I just thought of the sword.
now loot is involved. Shit changes when there's loot. Alright, in that case... So I'm just gonna casually wander over next to the king and, like, sit down
Okay.
next to him.
Cross-legged. It's like Indian style, sitting down next to him.
Nah, I'm actually gonna sit at the very edge of the wall and, like, have my legs dangling off and just kind of, like... Yeah, there I am.
Okay.
I'm setting myself up for something really bad if something happens. This is terrible. But that's how I want to sit.
Okay. Well, I call for you to help pick me up.
I wave at you.
Faggot, man. You faggot, dude.
Dude, I've got my own plan that I'm going on. Like,
I walk up to the wall where you are, and I like jump for your shoe. I'm gonna
it's
roll
like 20 feet up. There's
Yeah,
no way
it's
you can get that air tag.
I'm a caster human. Dexterity.
No way. No. Okay. You're like,
16.
I'm counter rolling
Like,
to react fast enough to pull up cross-legged.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I pull your shoe off, but I don't pull you
Dark.
I end up sitting cross-legged anyway.
with just one shoe missing.
Okay,
And then I
can I
go-
try to mouth to you that I'm that I'm supporting you? Like I'm helping, but in a different way.
Do a charisma roll.
That's
Alright.
an 11.
Actually, do a
It would be wisdom, right? Or dexterity.
intelligence. Do
Intelligent?
intelligence. You gotta be intelligent enough.
That is a 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, you mouth to me, I'm getting the sword, but I'm getting sore from you. And I yell back, but you're not the one fighting. And I go over.
I said I'm
to grab
gonna
the line.
squint at you because I don't understand. Like I feel like it didn't get lost in translation. I just kind of squint at you like.
Okay, well then I walk back, and pick up the ladder.
The king screams, "No pixies up there!"
Oh my god.
No, I just wanted to repeat that. I don't care if I do that. Okay, you're picking up the ladder.
Yeah.
The king stands up and looks at you, and he barks a couple times to like get your attention.
No, it's because he likes that.
And then he points over at Private Ryan and says, "What about him?"
It's only because
I shrug my
it's
shoulders. I shrug my shoulders because I I say, I need to get him out of here, I guess.
Okay, he turns around and he pulls one of the
One
chains,
of my better moves.
and a very large centipede comes out and he points back at Private Ryan and says, "What about him now?"
I go, shit, and run back with a sword in hand to slay the giant centipede. Now we're in another fight. Oh, okay. I try to drag him. The ladder's picked up.
The ladder's picked up.
Yeah, and so I run back to him and I try to drag him towards the ladder to pull him out. I guess. What would that be?
Alright, despite his insensitive wailing about his broken legs, he's actually pretty easy to drag because he has broken legs.
Okay, I attempt to pull him all the way to the ladder in like one go.
Alright.
Strength.
Actually, no. Do it for dexterity because the centipede is super fast because it's a centipede. What is that?
That's a 17.
Alright, you get him within like 5 feet of the ladder, but then the centipede like runs up and like wraps around his body, kind of like a snake. And it looks really icky because its legs are like the size of, like, I don't know, your sword. And it looks really gross. And then Private Ryan just starts wailing loud. And it sounds like a more panicked wailing.
Okay, so what is the centipede's attack? Like, what does he have on him that looks menacing and can hurt? He has mandibles.
Yes, his giant mandible pincher things. And then his legs just look super great. And actually, you know, your character's afraid of crustaceans, so I'm gonna give him like 2 little arms that go.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for courage, which is a constitution roll.
Yeah, definitely. To like man up. The roll to nut up.
Oh my god.
Is that a
21? I said. And now I'm gonna roll.
The centipede, like, his arms go. And you look like encouraged by that and pull out your sword and he slowly just like. And retracts them back into his body.
And then I just go. I'm gonna get him the hell out of here. In order to quote something that we can't mention under copyright laws. And I swing at him. Do I need to roll a 1d6?
Roll to see if you actually hit him first.
Dex?
Yes.
You know, I'm pretty manned up.
You're pretty manned up, so you get a +3 bonus. What is that? Is that 20?
That's a 20.
That's a
20. That's a 25. That's a solid 25.
roll a 1d6.
I know what
It's a 4.
Alright. Okay. You run at the centipede and you like do like a downward slash and chop off a good like 80% of its body. And you see it like its body that you chopped off unwrap around Private Ryan and just kind of like slither off and like in a weird vibrating jittery motion. And you see the head area like fall off. It's like, but like it's still alive for some reason.
I gotta crush it with my foot.
All right, roll like dexterity. Actually, no. Roll Constitution again.
No, do I need it?
You're supposed to be doing it in ebony.
Okay, well, I'm doing preliminary shading right now.
Preliminary.
That's a solid 19.
Oh my god. You're unfazed by how insect-like it looks, and you end up crushing it anyway, and it's just in a splatter of like green innards.
At which point I'm so amped that I just like attempt to pick up Private Ryan and like go like this and just up the ladder like.
All right, roll for strike. You got another 20.
That's a 22.
You got 3 consecutive 20s.
That's a 22.
You crush the rest of the centipede and then like kick it away, And Private Ryan is wailing incredibly loudly, but you are unfazed by this. And it motivates you even more. You pick him up and wrap his arms over your shoulder and like say, "Hey God, we're getting you out of here." And you start climbing up the ladder. And the king is barking very angrily. He jumped out of his
He's on his
throne,
knees
and he's
again,
on his hands and
barking.
knees again at the very
Barking.
edge of the Colosseum, barking really angrily at you.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a steal for the sword.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait. I want to kick him into the pit.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick.
Yeah, do that. Do it.
It's an 11.
Okay.
Can I retract my kick halfway through?
You can go like that. Yeah, try. Attempt it.
Exact same thing.
You nudge him, but he's like leaning forward so much, barking, that you get like a plus everything bonus to that dexterity. So you kick him in. Because he's so forward heavy. But in a twist turn of events, in order to make this interesting...
Does he grab me and
No,
pull
no,
me
no.
in?
No, he goes into the pit and then soars back around and just like lands next to you, glaring at you. And at which point...
I'm just gonna say I wanted to see what would happen.
When he lands, he snaps his fingers, and then an ogre bursts out of the mortar where you looked.
Bullshit, man.
An ogre did.
I'm gonna make a grab for the sword, then jump into the pit.
Okay.
That's a 9.
You go. You attempt for it, but then just like in 2 seconds jump into the pit. 20 feet down.
Can I like...
Yeah, do a
No, I want to do a dexterity roll. Like when I land, I do like a roll
Okay.
forward and like... Alright, so I look pretty swanky when I do this.
You kind of have a delay between landing and rolling, but it's there, and you saved yourself a lot of pain.
And I looked pretty cool.
Whereas I'm heading up the ladder, and the ogre hits me back into the pit, and I go soaring.
You land next to me.
No. I land next to you, but I crush Private Ryan.
Private Ryan.
And he just rolls away, still cooing.
Yeah.
Holding his ribs.
Like,
He curls back up into the elk cage.
No,
He's
you
made
only
his
need,
own.
like, 5 fish at max, you know?
Oh my
Like,
god.
4 fish max.
And so now we have the angered king and the
Okay, so at this
The
very
ogre.
moment, I'm gonna make a roll for that illusionist ability.
okay.
Because if I'm gonna make this look really cool. I'm gonna fall down, roll, like turn around, look on my back, and like...
All right. Well, you already kind of got the dexterity going, so roll another dexterity and do an intelligence.
Alright, hold up. Oh, dude. We still have 2,000 proof octopussy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so... I just looked at it, I was like, that's something I have. Alright, so... it's called Disinsane. Cures all mental ailments on a target. Okay, so dexterity. I'm gonna miss. What if I hit the ogre?
No, you have a plus 4 bonus, so that's 8.
It's an 8... Wait,
I mean-
is this dexterity or wisdom?
That's
combined?
dexterity.
That's dexterity?
Yeah,
That's
do you-
plus-
so recover-
8, 9, that's a 10. That's a strong 10.
And what's your dexterity as is? 12?
12, yeah.
I mean, roll for wisdom, because you have a pretty high wisdom. You can recover this.
That's... It was an 8 plus
the koi.
2, but I have a 17 wisdom. So it's a 10.
I'd make it like a 12 in
Alright.
total, kind of like.
I can deal with that.
Well, you hear when you do that, you hear, and the king feels it, and looks over at the ogre and says, "Caroline," and gets on his knees and falls over asleep. And then the ogre just like climbs like head first down into the pit, like legs overhead, like.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And it like stands up, and when it does, okay, this is gonna be really gross. It yells at us, and the rib cage splits open, and this woman like bursts out. Her eyes are glowing, but she's like attached. And then he stops, and it just all goes back in.
Dude, that's
Can I just like out of pure terror pick up a javelin and throw it? At it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just as
I'm terrified too.
Like as its rib cage goes. Can I just like?
Go do it. Okay,
I don't even grab the javelin.
You fumble. You go for the javelin, but you kick it away and just look back at it because you heard sounds. So you're like on point. I look at you and we fist bump.
I fist bumped you, but it's kind of like a.
We can do this. We can do this.
Did you see its ribs? You saw its ribs, right?
Dude, we gotta save Private Ryan.
Dude,
I crushed his ribs.
Dude,
I owe him.
dude, that thing's gonna crush your ribs.
I take out my what's it called? My steel hang sword.
Ooh.
So glad I named it that.
Oh, dude. Wait. We were really close to getting level 5. We put the king to sleep. That should be an XP bonus.
That is, but we're not level 5 yet.
No.
We're not.
But I want to teach you the helicopter technique for this one battle.
In due time, Perryman. In due time.
You need to learn the helicopter technique.
Okay, so I shoot a magic ball at it.
Alright, roll 1d20.
And keep in mind, it's a level 2 magic ball.
Correct. Add all the modifiers to go with it then.
Okay, a 1d4 plus 1 damage. Alright, I'm gonna roll for intelligence. It's a strong 10.
Alright.
1d4 plus 1. 3.
3, okay. You take your magic ball and you fist bump me. And when you fist bump me, your hand just starts glowing and it's like, and you go straight into it. And you're like, and it like hits the ogre and leaves a little sizzle mark, but it like bounces off of him and it just starts bouncing across the room.
Okay, let's both roll for dexterity to see if we can avoid getting hit by it.
I got a 7. That's a 9 total.
Oh, nice. 19.
Like, it doesn't even come close to you.
Yeah, I just go, oh, alright, cool. And it hits you on, where your shoe is off, it hits the sock, and you're just like, God damn it.
Is my sock on fire?
No, you just take off the sock. And it's just a giant hole in the sock, and the top of your foot's kind of red, but like as if it got sunburned.
Can I glare at you for a second? And then I just kind of like... Actually, no, I'm not going to glare at you, because that's karma. That's just straight karma. I can't even glare at you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got me in this.
I look at you for a second, but then look really... Like, I look down at the ground and look really ashamed of myself for a couple moments. And then you're just kind of like, dude, are you okay?
At which point the ogre is on us,
Ah,
because we bullshitted around for like a minute. And that ogre is not lenient with time.
You know what I just realized? My only weapon is that gauntlet.
Oh yeah, you lost your shiv in the massacre.
Actually, is it still embedded? No, because like...
It's in the mud somewhere.
Yeah.
Out there.
Because something happened, and like, it went flying off into the distance, out of my calf.
Oh my God.
That little kid just... into my leg. Alright, so
Dude,
like,
this is gonna be an epic battle. I have a plan for this now. This is gonna be epic. We were kind of slow at first, and this is gonna be an epic battle. Let's finish it.
Alright.
Okay, make your move. It's like approaching us.
Alright. I know you have an epic battle. We'll cast magic.
Okay. What'd you cast?
What the fuck, curse?
Okay. Alright,
That's a
okay.
straight 20.
Alright, nice. Okay, it's running, and you just go... And it's roaring, and the woman pops out, and it hits the woman. And the woman wakes up, and and she comes back to consciousness, and she's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" And goes into a rib cage, and you just hear this really high pitched squeal. Like,
I'm so sorry. Okay, wait.
and the ogre's still pissed.
I want to make a petition real fast.
Okay.
All of my magical abilities that I shoot with the 20, I want like an ethereal revolver to show up at my hip, and I'm just like,
Okay.
and it shoots the magic at them.
That's awesome.
It has got like the magical gun soak. And then I like do the spinny thing and like put it back into like right here, but like as I do it, it like disappears in the mist.
That's
It's
awesome. Magic. Okay, but since it was like a 20, the creature is dazed by it. He's still angry, but he's like, let's keep going.
He's like, what just happened to me?
At which point I attack him.
Dude, I
I
like set up
straight
the
up-
perfect attack because it's still dazed.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, roll for
I-
dexterity to see if you if like you realize it's dazed, you're like immediately react to it.
Okay. Initiative. Take an initiative.
An initiative bonus.
Oh, nice. That's a 16.
That's a 16. All right. Roll 1d6.
4.
4. All right, you run up to it. You're running at it, and like you jump into the air to like swing at it, but like the rib cage does the thing really fast at you, and you get really grossed out.
Okay, I go to just.
It's like a jump scare for you. And so you
I'm
swing
gonna-
at it and you hit it, but you end up doing 3 damage instead because you were like,
Okay. I don't want to hit the woman.
No,
where
you
do
like
I
hit
it?
you hit it in the shoulder.
Oh, nice.
And so it just looks really angry because it, like you scratched it because it's an ogre and has tough skin,
And thick fur.
thick fur. We have
No,
furry
not
ogre-
really. No,
Are we going furry ogres?
he's scaly and with like patches of
I like to think
patches
of-
of grotesque hair.
See, I like to think of ogres like their skin is kind of like rocks and it's like all cracked and stuff like that.
There's grotesque hair.
And can we recommend moisturizer to said ogre?
We can. I doubt he'll listen.
He's an ogre after all.
He is an ogre.
He is a quite literal ogre.
Oh, he swings at me.
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, what does he do? You're DMing.
Alright, Alright, we'll set this image to your mind. He's very top heavy. 90% of his body is his torso.
So he has tiny legs.
Yes. Itty bitty tiny legs. Does it have a club or something, or is it?
It has long, spindly legs, so it's creepier.
Okay, I can deal with that.
No, it doesn't have. It's just like he has these, like
Does it have any bracers or anything?
he has a clasp on with like little metal,
So it's a
like,
punk rock.
like little metal spheres,
knobs.
like knobs,
Little knobs, kind of like on my knobbly gauntlet.
and they kind of like
That sounds gross, knobbly.
they bounce up and down, but they're well into the 200-pound range each of the knobs. So-
Jesus.
So
Alright, so
he's like,
you cut him in the shoulder and he's kind of like and like goes back to swing at you. And he's looking like just fist face.
I rolled
Like it's going in for the kill shot.
I want to use the momentum of his arm to sling back around and stab him right in his head.
So wait.
Like as he's swinging, I just want to catch it and then like use my momentum and his momentum to fling him, twist him around, jump up, spin, and stab him in the head.
Go for dexterity.
Oh, that's a 12.
Okay, so he punches at you, and you like your hand like grabs like one knuckle because that's all. Like his hand is the size of. And like you can't really do anything other than redirect it. And so like he gets really close to you, and you're like,
It hit the ground, I guess.
and you like fly back a little bit, but you're just kind of like, well, that could have got better.
Okay. All right. At this point, it's your turn, but the king rolls in. He he's still kind of asleep, and he rolls in, and his foot catches the sling of the sword, and
Yeah.
it goes, tink, and he just falls in with the sword. And he's like,
Can I rub to punch the ogre in the dick? Because I have a spiky gauntlet. I want to puncture his testicles.
the ogre has no dick.
Excuse me?
It has no dick.
Huh. I'm gonna punch in the kneecap.
Okay, do that.
Like, I want to run up to it and just
Do a,
wreck its knee. It's gonna be straight.
yeah, do strength.
Oh, dude, since I leveled up... No, I haven't leveled up my cage fighter ability. Never mind. So it's still just a +1.
Solid 9.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14?
That was a 14, sir.
Okay. Well, you run up to punch him in the kneecap, and you're like fully reared up to punch him, and that thing comes out. It just goes, "Pian!" And you go, "Oh!" Like out of fear, you punch it, and rather than your own like actions. It was a fear punch.
Punch the lady?
No, you punch the kneecap still.
Okay.
You go, "Oh!" and like run back away. So roll 1d4.
I still get the +1 attack bonus.
All right.
Because of cage fighter. Okay, so I get it for a 2.
All right, the ogre like kneels slightly, but doesn't hit his knee. Like doesn't get on his knees, but like stands up.
It's just
And,
kind of like...
it has also like huge,
Like pauldrons?
huge like biceps, but it just goes into more like spindly kind of arms.
It's so
but it can
grotesque.
still hold it. So it's like,
It's so grotesque. Ugh.
and so it goes to sling. It actually goes for both of us to sling.
This is a very homosexual ogre. That ogre likes men.
Yeah. Roll for dexterity. We both do.
What?
Nice. Okay, I avoided.
I like probably take a rib shot. Like,
You jump up, and his forearm is about the size of like the body. Like the size of my thigh.
your thigh. Oh my god.
But anyways, you jump up and it just catches you in the crotch, and you just go get flung, and you just fly into the cages. You lose 2 HP.
That's an 8. Alright, so do I hit the cage? I'm like,
No, you like. Oh wait, roll for dexterity real quick.
that's a
Okay, yeah,
10.
you hit the cages, and like in like slow motion, you like hit the cage, and to the side a monkey goes, and then you just like look at it and like fall back down into the pit.
Can I punch this monkey in the face?
No, it's all happening too fast, but it's like.
Oh my god.
You just okay, but you get up rather fast.
I feel like I'm more dazed from the monkey than anything.
It really messed you up mentally. Okay, and by this time the king gets up, and he pulls out. Oh, dude, mind blow. This is just gonna be one big mind blow. We'll continue this at lunch.
Did he pull out his dick?
No, dude. He unsheathes the sword, and he like drops his robes.
Is
and
he
stuff.
really muscly?
He's really ripped. And then a dog walks out from behind him, and he's like, "I've been saved." And he points to you, and he like twists his sword around. He's like, "You're the man," and goes after the ogre and the dog too.
Oh my god! What kind of dog is it?
It's the dog that he was infused with.
But like, what kind? Is it like a terrier?
When you hit him with it, it's separated. He had the
my God.
consciousness of his dog, like imbued with him.
So shitty.
And so he was just crazy because he was thinking like a dog. He was just really possessive and like a bit eccentric.
Just a little fried.
It's just a little bit fried. But he's running at it, and he's like super toned. His loincloth is all. And he goes for the ogre. Hold on. 1 second.
Oh my god. Did I just unleash Conan? The barbarian?
Yeah, dude. Okay. Okay, it's my turn. I'll attack. Then the king will attack, and then the
Can
dog.
the king look at me? Like, when I'm looking at the monkey, I'm like, the monkey's like, and then, like, I turn back at the king, and I just, like, very slowly hear the king just, like, he's just there, like, I don't even see what happens. I just see a very muscled man just, like, you're the man. And I'm just like, everything happened really fast.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Alright, I'm attacking. I'm gonna attack the ogre.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, I guess, slice him. I guess.
Slice. Alright. Where? Or just as a general?
I guess I'll. Where am I in relation to him?
And you're about 10 feet away from him.
Okay, well, I just do like
In front of him.
I
that
do
is.
like a quick dash to slice his knee.
Which knee? The one that I...
Yeah, the one that you punctured.
Alright. Roll d20.
For what? I got a 14.
Dexterity.
It's a 16.
16. Roll 1d4.
Two.
Oh.
What?
Okay. You run at him and you like do this really Naruto ninja dash, like, and like you're running at him and you're just like, hi. But like like his kneecap is really strong for some reason. Like apparently the ogre just has really strong kneecaps, which explains why he can have really long spindly legs.
Okay.
And as you do that, you catch like that part underneath the kneecap. You like cut underneath it,
Oh, nice.
and that cut like that hurts him a lot. How much damage do you?
I did
You
2.
did. You do 2 damage, and like the ogre like kind of like he doesn't drop down, but he pushes his leg back and like changes which leg he's
Forwarding with.
Yeah, he changed his stance basically. But like as he's coming down, like you hit him and he comes down and like instead of catching himself on the ground, he catches himself on your foot and just like palm to toe. It just wrecks your big toe.
Okay.
You take no damage, but you hurt like a bitch.
Okay. At which
That
point?
is,
Okay, the king runs up to stab it right in the back of the head. So
He's like doing this really intense.
he has a +4 modifier to every roll.
He has a what
A
modifier?
+4 modifier.
Dude,
to
yeah,
every
he does.
And wouldn't you know it, he got a 16. And he plants it through its throat, and the sword is there, like, and blood spewing out.
But the ogre is
And
like...
the king, like, pushes down and, like, flips off. And lands on his dog and starts riding his dog back to the ogre. This king's a badass.
What kind of dog is this? Because from the
It's like
barking-
a Great Dane.
Okay, because from the barking, I was imagining like this little fucking terrier.
Oh no. No, dude, it's a Great Dane.
Alright,
So it's like a huge.
Dude, no. What are those Russian bear hunting dogs?
Okay, yeah, dude, whatever. The bigger the better.
Dude, yeah, those things are like... They go up to my shoulder. It's like...
Okay, and
The ogre... It like lets out like another roar that like shakes the building and more like rubble falls down. And like... But like it's a really gurgly roar and so like it gets cut off really quickly. And he like turns around to like look at the king, and he starts going for him instead, and like he sees the king charging at him, and like rushes back at him.
okay,
But it's with a bit of a limp because he fucked up his leg.
all right. Well, the king's gonna.
This is my turn now though because I've been on the ground for a long
Oh
time.
yeah. Okay, go.
All right, so-
go ahead and do what you need to do. In relation, you're back here,
Okay. Yeah.
and the king and the ogre are here, and I'm. Where am I?
You're like right there.
Yeah, I'm like right there.
Yeah. All right. So I want to make a roll. I want to run at him, and I want to. Okay, this is gonna be a hard dexterity roll.
Okay.
As the ogre's running, when his foot's back, I would run, jump onto that foot, and like jump onto his back, wrap one arm around his neck, and just start punching him the side of the head.
Okay. You can do that. Okay.
That's like a 13. No, 14 because of the cage fighter. But that's not very good.
You go up, you run up, and his leg is back, but you hesitate, and you kind of jump on, and then you just cling to his leg as he's like walking towards the king, and then he doesn't notice you because he doesn't have time.
Can I take a roll to like scale his body, and like
Yeah,
get up to like to where at least I'm grabbing around his neck?
Do a dexterity roll.
That's a 6.
When you try to pivot, when you try to move up, you actually slide down a little bit more, and you just clench tighter so that you don't fall off. And you can feel that your leg is about to be crushed by the bottom of his foot. Like if
So could I just bail and like jump off of him?
No, you're like way too awfully positioned to do anything. Like unless you do a really high dexterity roll.
I'm gonna make one dexterity roll, and like either nothing's gonna happen, or if it's like really good, then something's gonna happen. Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
I just like I think about doing something, but
actually,
then I'm like, nah.
Actually.
Nah.
Okay, yeah, that's funnier. Nah.
Just like clench tighter to it.
Okay.
Nah.
You hear the dog up, and you just see the sword like get pulled from the neck.
Oh my god! Wait, did the king just like
he grabbed it by the hilt and was like, "Oh shit, beast!" And then goes and like jumps off, and the dog and him both do backflips, and they land on each other, and they just keep running at the ogre.
What is this? What is this tag team?
It's crazy.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
And then, alright, hold on, dude. This might make or break this whole battle.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of nowhere, as you and I are both approaching, and so is the king, a spear just gets planted into the ogre's belly, and it's like, stops and like turns, and Private Ryan's like, and the ogre's like breaks it and like chunks the stick at Private Ryan, and it hits him in the head. And then Private Ryan just keeps keeps on doing what he's doing.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Dude, Private Ryan is a superior javelin thrower. He's hit every shot.
Okay.
Holy shit.
We take the initiative. Let's all just roll to quadruple team this thing.
Yeah,
Roll a 1d20 for strength. We're just all going in for a pummeling.
This is a 20.
Oh, dude, look! I got a 20. And now for the king. Oh. Oh.
I guess he just doesn't get there in time.
He doesn't. Okay.
He backflipped too far away from his rippling thighs.
You jump up and you go perpendicular with the neck wound.
Yeah.
And you punch straight through it. So it's like, here's the neck wound, and it just goes.
Jesus.
Now you can see his spine. And
and
it's a bunch of meat cords. But no, you
spine.
grab the spine, you're slinging around it, and you're holding onto it and you're on the ogre's back, and the ogre is flailing around. At which point, since I rolled a 20, I go up, and the woman pops out. Hold on, let me roll for dexterity. Dude. Oh, no, the 20.
What?
I grab the woman, and I pull her out of the ribcage, and I go like that, and I throw her, and I dive through the monster with the sword, and I just cut it clean through, and fly out to the other side and roll.
Oh my
I
god!
Stand up, and the monster flails, hits the wall, and then lands down, and you jump off, and it's dead.
Okay, wait.
All of
I want to make a roll that when I jump off, just to look really cool, I'm still holding onto his neck. When I jump off, I kick off, and to break its spine.
Dude, pull its spine out, dude. Do a strength roll. Okay.
Never mind.
You pop a ligament, but then you just end up flying off and And the king catches the lady, and he's like, Caroline,
Caroline.
Caroline, and the dog's like, woof, woof, and it scales the wall, and like he lands on the throne and sets her down, and the ogre is dead.
Okay, wait. So the combat rolls are over, right?
Yeah, the ogre's dead.
Can I like?
We high five actually. Because we both rolled like great rolls for that
That was
strength.
a 15, but I have +4 strength mod, which was a 19, and then the cage fighter for a perfect 20.
We just destroyed that ogre.
Tag team of the century.
All right.
Dude, okay, so I want to make a trophy. We're gonna chop the ogre's head off and like skin it, and I want the skull. That's what I want.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna use its skull as a helmet. Because I'm a necromancer, and that's pretty cool, actually.
All right. Well,
okay,
the
wait.
skull is like 50 pounds.
Okay, wait.
This big.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna make another roll. I'm gonna make a wisdom roll. Can I, like, see if there's anything, like, useful for a necromancer on its body? It's a
Doesn't ogre
14.
blood like have some kind of weird like bonus?
It's just thicker than human blood, just as red. Okay.
That's a 16 with 17 wisdom.
All right. You go up, and you find a ring of keys,
Like keys.
like 16 different keys.
Jesus.
And I guess you take it, wouldn't you? You would.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay, take it. And then also, as it's dying, inside of its, where there's a split in the forearm bone,
Yeah.
there's a shiv. Like a really clean cut, kind of glowing bluish, like a bluish steel kind of shiv
I
with
grab that shit.
with an ebony like silk wrapping on it.
Huh.
And it turns out that there was a muscle connected to it that would actually force it out to like stab things, but he never did it. So
Jesus.
roll for strength to see if you can get it out in one go.
That's
Oh yeah, you just go. You're so amped from the fight that you just like
mine.
mine.
I hold
Oh.
it up for a moment and like.
Oh dude, and also the ogre starts rattling,
Yeah.
and its head splits open, and along with brains and stuff, we find 32 copper and 2 gold pieces.
All right. So like, is that for each of us or
Yeah, we
total?
Let's split it.
Okay, so that's one gold, 16 copper.
Nice. I feel like we deserved a reward.
Dude, yeah.
And the king holds up his hand and begins to speak, and that's where we'll end.
All right.